Well, Rich here, and welcome to my top 10 RC products of 2020 so far. You will know I said RC products as opposed to RC cars. Not saying you won't see any RC cars in this video, because obviously they're RC car products. But you're not actually going to see me referring to a single RC car saying, look at how marvellous this is. It's all about things to make them go better, make them go faster, handle very different. In particular, point number 3, which is one of the most innovative RC products that I have seen in years. So keep watching, because I was like mind blown. But keep watching, see point number 3, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below the video. But let's get straight on to my number 1 product so far this year. And it is these from Power Hobby. Why do I like these? Well, previously, if you wanted to run 8S power in anything, you had to run 2 4S batteries. Now we've got this from Power Hobby, 5,000 milliamps, 100C rating, 200C burst on air. I've got a new Traxxas X Max, which I'm also going to be trying one of these out in. I didn't even maybe think get a parallel connector. See just how long the X Max will run on 2 of these. They are at the minute in and out of stock because they are selling that well. But we'll put a link to them below the video where you can pull up all of the specs on these things, as they are absolutely outstanding. It's like strapping dynamite to your 8S car with one of these on board. Now there is just one slight problem with these, but it's not an insurmountable one. In fact, the solution to the problem of these is this: how to charge them. Because the 8S, but even a decent battery charger like this Venom Pro Quad, while it has 4x100 outputs, they only go up to 6S. It doesn't handle 8S. But whilst this is a 400 watt charger, so is this little thing down here. And so my go-to RC product number 2 is this Toolkit RC charger. Like I say, this is a 400 watt charger, but 4x100 watts. This is a 400 watt charger with 1x400 watts, meaning it can charge one of these battery packs up in around about 20 minutes. 8S charged up in 20 minutes. Not only does it charge the 8S batteries, it also solves one other problem. This is my LiPo checker, but again, it can only check up to 6S on there. So how the hell do you tell how much juice this thing has got left in it? Well, you plug it in, you turn it over to measurer, and you can see every one of the 8 cells voltages down the side and exactly just how much charge the 8S battery has got left in it. So not only does it provide a full 8S charging solution, but it also enables you to check the voltage of the packs when you're finished for the day. Now, I like to say I don't hide anything away from you on this channel. The only downside is you are also going to need that power supply to provide the 400 watts to the charger. But given how fast this charges this, I can live with that. So while these 8S batteries are probably my number 1 purchase of the year, the charger and number 2 is absolutely outstanding. The rate it charges these 8S packs, just plain crazy. Speaking of plain crazy, let's move straight on to number 3, which is RC innovation at its absolute best. Well, at number 3 of our top 10 RC products for 2020, we actually have the Super Scale 2020. What the hell, Rich? It's a little black box. What does that do? RC Scale Suspension Simulation Kit. Just wait till you see what this thing can do. It allows you to mimic suspension movement just like on a real car, in terms of the car leaning into the corner, the car braking, etc, etc. I'm going to come back to what the kit includes in just a minute, but first of all, check out the video to see what I mean. Just watch the suspension movement on these cars. The body leans realistically. Not only that, it dives realistically under braking. It moves backwards under heavy acceleration. So what comes with the kit and what do you need? Well, the kit comes with the Super Scale 2020 control module, 4 universal mounting brackets. You will need 4 control servos for it. It also comes with these little LEDs. What are they for, Richie? Well, the 4 LEDs are in case you want to use the control features for things like brake lights, headlights and exhaust pops. Just check out the car leaning over as it's given throttle to simulate the rocking motion of the engine, and just check out those LEDs providing the little backfire on the car. It does not get much more scale than this, people. The website is pretty comprehensive, showing including a full video exactly how to install the Super Scale 2020. I'm hoping to get one of these in soon to play with, but to my mind, this is RC innovation at its absolute best. Anyway, let me know what you think of this one in the comment section, guys and girls, because I cannot wait to get one of these in, as I've got a great idea for a car to fit this to do it justice. So what have we got in terms of product number 4 of our top 10 RC products? so far this year. It's to do with drag racing, but not super high powered stuff like 6S, 8S drag racing. No, it is the new no prep drag racing category, which is getting pretty popular in California. If it is in your area, then tell me about it in the comment section below this video. For anyone that's not aware of this, the new no prep category is basically based on short course strokes drag racing on just 2S. And product number 4, which I came across just a couple of days ago, is to help you out on that no prep drag racing scene. And that product number 4 is by JC Concepts. It is these Hobbies SCT belted tyres for drag racing. Not a bad price to my mind, $24 for a pair for belted drag racing tyres. They're only rated up to 2S, so they do fit in with the kind of no prep category for short course trucks. Indeed, if you read the description down there, it says they're designed with a 2.2 by 3 size, makes them convenient to fit a host of SCT size wheels, including wheels which JC Concepts sell as well on there. Now, as I say, these things were specifically designed for that no prep drag racing category, so they're designed to give you a huge amount of grip, but being belted, they're not going to balloon hugely at speed. And I claim they've got great straight line forward stability with very light rolling resistance. So if you fancy having a go at the new no prep short course truck drag racing, I would suggest these are a very, very good starting point indeed. And before I tire you all out with point number 5, shout out to Paul Fulton RC, whose sticker has just come today in the post, and we're going to find a nice home for it just there. Anybody else want to swap stickers with me? Have a say in the comment section below the video. And now, did mention I was about to tire you out, and that's because RC car product number 5 in my top 10 is these Power Hobby belted tyres. Now, if you've not seen the video of these running on the Max, then do check that out. I'll put a link to it below the video, as they do not balloon in their slightest, even on the speed, at heavy acceleration. But I'm going to put this to one side for the minute, because the Power Hobby have also come out with something a little bit bigger and better than that, which has cost me quite a lot of money. And that is because they also do these awesome belted tyres for an 8S X Max, or a Crane 8S, so I believe. So in order to test these, I was really obliged to go out and buy a Traxxas 8S X Max. At least that's what I told my wife. I don't think she's seen through the excuse as yet. But more to the point, I'm going to do a full speed test of these versus the stock tyres later on this week. So you don't want to miss that. Don't forget to subscribe. And if either of the Power Hobby Raptor belted monster truck tyres, which fits things like the Traxxas Max, appeal to you, or the Power Hobby Raptor XL belted tyres, which fit the Traxxas 8S X Max, I also believe that they will fit on the Kraton 8S, but you would need to double check that with Power Hobby. Link to both of these below the video. And number 6 in my top 10 RC products is probably the smallest one, but the one with the biggest punch. And that's because the Castle B-Link can control everything from punch to braking on your Castle ESC. If you're running any form of Castle ESC whatsoever, bite the bullet, go out and buy one of these. They're about $45. You can control everything on your Castle ESC. No more faffing around with a little lead which will only work on a PC. Does that not drive anyone else crazy? Or is it just me? And that's because when this is plugged in between your ESC and your radio, you can control everything on it via phone, just like this. Well, the Castle B-Link controller allows you to control pretty much everything. I'm going to talk you through here. The Mama XLX setup. Go to controller settings, my settings, and as you can see on here, we can control everything. Cutoff voltage, auto lipo, reverse type, BEC voltage, but you can simply draw that little thing along the top. It even gives you alerts when it may be giving you too much voltage for your receiver. Now moving on down, we can see brake amount, so you can set the braking percentage very easily by simply dragging this icon along the top. You can set drag brake on here, so it makes it ideal if you've got a crawler. Start power, you've got a choice of high, medium or low. You've got maximum power, reverse percentage, punch control, so you can vary that from 0 to 100. Now, on the current limiting, we've got this set at 280 at the minute, and you think, oh, that's the maximum on the screen there. Wrong. You can drag it up to 400 if you so wish, but we'll set it back to 280, and you can set all the data logging parameters. You can set the throttle curve. You can set the brake curve, and when you're done with all of your settings on there, you can click Center Settings to Controller, and in just a matter of seconds, you've managed to do everything from your phone. That's why I love the Castle B-Link so much. So hopefully that little demonstration of the Castle B-Link shows you exactly why this deserves to be in the top 10 RC products for 2020. Just remember guys, if you like what you see today, don't forget to subscribe. The next one is something a little dirtier, or more to the point, helping your car get a little cleaner. It is this Nitro Force from Horizon Hobby. I get through about a can of this a week, I will say. It's not the cheapest of things, it's about $11–12 a can, but if you're interested in using this, I will say it's one of the best cleaners out there. Avoid spraying it on any paint though. That said, it will shift dirt off just about anything very safely. And while it's called Nitro Force, don't just think it's for use on nitro cars. It will clean dirt, oil, grease, mud off of just about anything on it. Not only that, you can spray it on electrics, you can douse your ESC, you can douse your motor, you can squirt right the way inside the motor on there, and within 2 minutes the stuff's evaporated, meaning you're free to power the car back up without any drama, any flames coming off the car whatsoever. Although I would recommend storing this in a nice, cool, dry place, as it is highly flammable, but definitely worthy of being number 7 on our top 10 RC products list. Well, you know me and my love of all things fast, particularly RC cars. But exactly how fast? That's a question I get asked just about every time I go out. How fast that car, mister? What's its top speed? Well, without something like this Sky RC GSM 015 GPS speed meter, you won't be able to tell. So if your mate says, oh, my car goes about 55, you know for certain they have never fitted a GPS speed meter to their car, because it's accurate. It doesn't give you an about speed, it's like accurate to about 0.1 of a mile an hour or something on there. As an example, this car did 59 miles an hour the other day with this very GPS fitted to it. Why do I like this one? Unlike my outgoing Dynamite one, which was just worn out, this is about $59. I'll put a link to it below the video, as opposed to the Dynamite one, which I used to use, which is now about $120. So it's less than half the price of the Dynamite one, pretty much exactly the same functionality in terms of max speed, average speed. But what I'm trying to say is it will establish who's got the fastest car when it comes to you and your mate's bragging rights. Yours for just under $60. Now, product number 9 is one that fits on the Traxxas Max. Now, you could argue, as I'm sure some people will, this kit should have already been fitted to car straight out the factory. That's because whilst the Max is great at doing backflips and front flips, etc., it can have a tendency to turn over a little bit too much. But that is transformed when you fit the Traxxas Max wide kit to it, which is the reason why yours truly has got one on order. It isn't the cheapest of things, and there will be, as I say, there will be people out there that argue it should have come fitted to the car. I will throw that one up in the air for debate. Anyway, let's take a quick look at what you get for your money. And I will just say, Kev Talbot's done a great video on fitting the wide Max kit to the Max and shows just what a difference it makes to the handling of the thing, which is why I've gone and put one of those kits on order. Now, let's take a quick look at the Max Wide Max kit. Not only do you need to get the suspension arms, etc., and springs for the car, you also need to get the Wide Max drive shafts and the Wide Max toe links as well. So a little bit of expense. It's not the cheapest of things, I will say, and arguably the car could have been made wider in the first place. But if you watch Kev Talbot's video of this thing with the kit with the Wide Max kit fitted to it, sure you will agree it absolutely transforms the handling of the car and certainly confirms its position as a Mini X Max once this is fitted to it. And at number 10 on my top 10 RC car products for 2020 is this, not the screwdriver, this little bit in it here, which is a hex bit, which fits into my cordless screwdriver here, because this, when combined with this, enables me to unscrew things about 10 times faster than if I was using this hex driver alone. Now, there's a cheap way to do this and a more expensive way, but the expensive way is not necessarily a bad thing. I bought these on eBay. A little bit soft on the metal, but they're not too bad at doing the job. The other solution is produced by these boys here. Now, it is not cheap, I will say, as I'm going to show you in a second, but having seen them and played around with them in the store, hands on, they are very, very well made indeed. Hardened steel, but let me take you straight to the computer, show you exactly what I mean. Well, I did warn you, they're not cheap. $159.99 right at the top end, which is an awful lot for people to spend on tools. I do recognise that. However, these are made of hardened steel and they are supremely well engineered. And if you buy these, I do not expect them to wear out in a hurry. Now, well, they start at $69. That's for a 6-piece nut driver set, or you for $79 you can get a 7-piece hex set, but the one I would recommend going for is this one, which is the 7-piece hex and nut set on here. Not only have you got 3 hex drivers in there, but you've got 4 nut drivers as well. It comes with a handle, but these hex drivers you could fit into your cordless screwdriver, as they show in this little photo on here. But as I say, they're precision ground, hardened steel tips, so these things are not going to break in a hurry. We've got 1.5, 2mm and 2.5mm hex drivers, and 5mm through 8mm nut drivers. As I say, not cheap, not for everyone, but they are supremely well engineered and definitely worthy, I feel, of a place in this year's top 10 RC products. So that is my top 10 RC products for 2020 so far. Hopefully something out there for everyone. I've purchased or used nearly all of the products shown in here at one time or another, and they will definitely change your life, particularly number 3, which I think is absolutely excellent. And fingers crossed, the wide kit for the Max will transform the handling of this car. Anyway, if you like this video, share it with friends. If you loved it, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Well, thumbs up if you like this video, guys. Post any comments you might have in the comment section below the video, and hit the circle below to subscribe. And if you do hit the circle, don't forget to hit the bell.